All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the 9th season for the Walking Dead television series. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at a new interview that was done by comicbook.com with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as well as Andrew Lincoln, where they discuss this upcoming season and what we might see with Rick. Some new information here that really sounds like in this interview that maybe Rick isn't dying after all. Maybe he actually is leaving.
My relationship with this part is far from over. I'm not going to say any more than that, but I would just say watch this season.
Did Gimple steal Rick from The Walking Dead? He's screwing the show even after he's supposed to be done with the show! At about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So go to about 3:30 in the video, in the link in the description, guys, from comicbook.com with the interviews with Andrew Lincoln and JDM, where they're kind of going back and forth in this one. And they kind of talk a little bit about spoilers and a little bit about kind of how Robert Kirkman had spilled the beans, or he had let everyone know it's confirmed that Andrew Lincoln was leaving. But in this interview right here, he says, my relationship with the character is far from over. And then he says, I wish I could say more than that, but, you'll have to tune in to see this kind of deal. So watch the video, guys. This is a really, really strange one to me, because he did say that this is going to be his final season as Rick in The Walking Dead. And now here he's saying, my relationship with this part is far from over. So this will be his last season. So I don't know. Let the spin-off theories go from there. So a couple possible ideas here, and I've seen them in the comments below. I've got some from you guys here we'll go into. But anybody who liked the idea of the possibility of them doing a Walking Dead movie or something, there you go. There's his relationship with the part is far from over. This is his last season playing Rick Grimes. I don't know, man. It's just I'm almost feeling like I'm starting to get confused over what everybody is saying leading up to this season, and trying to get this down concretely over what's happening, and it's on purpose, right? They don't want us to know 100% what they're doing with this, but the way he's phrasing it, where he's saying this was his last season on the show, his last time reprising his role as Rick, his last season playing Rick, but his relationship with the character is far from over. And a lot of people at first took that to say that he was going to be killed off this season, and that he would always be Rick and this kind of thing. So there's that. But the way he says it in this one, and then he says kind of I wish I could say more than that kind of thing, but it'd be getting into spoiler territory even still, kind of makes me think some of these ideas of, people have always theorized about them possibly doing a Walking Dead movie or something. I don't know. But my relationship, it's just the way he says it. I don't know. Leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think about this one. How do you make sense of this if it's just very simple that he's being killed off in the show and then that's it, he's done as Rick? This interview doesn't, the way this interview plays out here and around that 3.5-minute mark, it doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the things that have been said about the character so far, and about how Kirkman kind of confirmed that he was going to be leaving, and then Andrew Lincoln confirmed this was his last season playing Rick. Man, this is really strange. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. How is it possible that this could be his last season playing Rick, but that his relationship with the character is far from over? It's just really odd to me. Does this add to the ideas of him leaving in a helicopter, of them doing maybe a Walking Dead movie with him in it, and he leaves on some kind of journey or something, trying to find Morgan? I don't know, man. It's just, it's kind of frustrating, because it's I don't get it. Now, one of the ideas here, Michael Dilley says, Andy basically confirmed he's not dying. He's going to be in a coma or something like that. So I don't know. Rob Latham said, we all think Rick will die in season 9, but what if he fights the Whisperers and ends up being put in a coma, and then it's just what? I hate this idea, right? Or some kind of amnesia theory. So he gets hit in the head or something, he forgets who he is, and then he ends up coming back later or something. Ugh, so frustrating. I don't know, but if there's anybody who ever thought they might have him leave and go off and they might do a Walking Dead movie or something, this is probably your best, your best theory chance at it. This, after watching this video here, it makes me think okay, so are they going to have Rick leave and then he won't be in a season of The Walking Dead? Could he go into Fear? or something like this? Are they trying to bolster fear to somehow, get 32 episodes of Walking Dead a year rather than having the 16 and then Fear the Walking Dead? You have Morgan crossover. You have Rick go look for Morgan. Maybe he finds him eventually, and then he's in that show instead. And so you have him in that show going forward after that, after he's taken a break or something. Geez, man, I just don't know. I wish, and if you guys are frustrated by this topic of a video and you just don't want to see any more Rick Theory videos, it's like, I get it, because I'm getting frustrated just making these. But after seeing this interview right here, people pointed out, I'm like, how does that fit with what else has been said? This doesn't make any sense. Like, how could your relationship with the character be far from over, but that this is your last season of Walking? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. So watch the interview, leave a comment. Maybe you guys can help me with this one. In a rare occasion where I'm starting to get to the point now where I just have no idea, because I was like sitting there thinking to myself, after all these interviews, all this confirmation that he was being killed off for sure, and now I see this and I'm like, what? Like, how does that fit with everything else here? And if you're just being killed off, then you're just being killed off, and that's it. So, man, this is really strange stuff for sure. So, who knows? Scott Kibble did have all these other projects. He said he was working on some great ideas for some different stuff. So, for AMC and for the Walking Dead television series universe. So, what is that? I don't know. But you know what, too? The way Kirkman kind of laughed is like, could he be doing it on could he have done that on purpose to be a kind of just a jerk and kind of laugh about it and be like, oh yeah, he's leaving, whatever, this kind of deal. It's like, oh man, and then because how frustrated would we be after all this news and all this information if they actually, because it's almost like at this point, after everything they've kind of come out with and everything they've said, it's like you expect to see him killed off, and then if there's even a slightest chance that you're watching this interview right here, you're thinking to yourself, like, this doesn't sound like he's being killed off. This sounds like they're maybe doing something else with him instead. It's just kind of getting to the point where it's like not everybody here can be telling the truth, right? Something here is like, it just feels like it's not right. So I don't know, man. Help me with this one. Leave a comment below. What the hell do you guys think he means by this? And because it almost, like, when he said it, it's like he didn't want to spoil it about the relationship with the character being far from over. So, I don't know. Walking Dead movie, I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave comments below. Amnesia, doesn't know who he is, comes back, and he's not Rick. He's kind of revealed to be with the Whispers or something, and he doesn't remember what happened prior and who he is. I don't know. Could that fit that his, he could not be playing Rick, but he could be back because Rick's got hit in the head and he doesn't know who he is anymore? I don't know. Then we have one from Complecks who said, Kirkman looked really upset and disappointed at the comicon panel. So I haven't seen absolutely all of the different panels so far. There's some different channels that are uploading them on YouTube now. AMC's official channel has been uploading a bunch of stuff for the different panels. And that's true, he did, especially in his own panel. I watched the Skybound panel, one of the ones that he was on, and I almost felt like he was getting frustrated. I think over the years here, he started to get frustrated with people asking questions about Walking Dead, right? Because especially the TV series, because I don't think he's that tightly, and he kind of admitted this too at Comic-Con as well too, that our suspicions were correct. He doesn't seem to be that closely engaged with the television series version of The Walking Dead anymore. It seems like he's got all these other projects, comic book series he's doing. Invincible's getting its own series. There's like the movie for that. So it really sounds like he's still involved, but he's kind of more loosely involved than he used to be near the beginning, is what he said. So yeah, man, I think he's just kind of he's kind of pissed off that, because the thing is, he's got lots of series he's done over the years, right? He's done all kinds of different comic series, and the only thing people mainly ask him about is Walking Dead. Some people ask him about Invincible, but most people just ask him about Walking Dead. So it's like, it's what it is. But it's Pareto. It's the Pareto principle, Out of all this stuff he released over the years, all the different comics he's done, The Walking Dead is the one that caught on. The Walking Dead is the one that everybody wants to talk about. So even though it might just be part of his work that he's done, that's what, has basically brought him all of his success. Well, Invincible did pretty good too, and some of the other series he's done as well too. But it's all that everybody focuses on, which has to be kind of annoying, and all the craziness that's going on lately. So it's kind of a downer, right? If Rick is just killed off the season and that's it, then I get it. It's probably going to be a downer for everybody. Damon DiRisio says, hey Trev, Andrew Lincoln's actual words were, this is the last season I play the role of Rick Grimes. What if Rick loses his marbles and becomes a villain? I'm starting to think it might be something like that. At least, it's hard to tell for Damon here, because it depends. If you're just looking at this interview with JDM right here and what he's saying right here, that's a different thing. That sounds like Walking Dead movie, or he's going to Fear or something, or a different project, and they're doing another spinoff with Rick leading or something, So it's just it's pretty frustrating, brother, because there's all this different stuff going on, and hopefully, as soon as we can make sense of all of this, guys, then I'll let you know. I don't know. Are we going to see his death in season 9 or not? Were the spoilers wrong? What is this all about? Or is he just, kind of saying that? I don't know why. I don't even know what to think anymore. Josh Berry says the saviors or people are living in tents and are being picked off. Maybe they are blaming each other. And that's true, that maybe what we'll see this season is the Whispers might kill some people, right? And then you might have a situation where they think that maybe the saviors did it, and then it causes some kind of turmoil between the groups of the greater survivors. Also, some other people pointed out that the ocean side is probably going to be really hateful towards the saviors, because, of course, if you guys remember, the Simon, as it was kind of confirmed in season 8, I want to say, or implied, Simon was responsible for killing all the men of the ocean side. So as a result, are the Oceanside going to easily forgive the Saviors for what they did? I would say no, probably never, right? So that's why it will be really difficult for them all to work together, and why they kind of, maybe they have to work on separate projects or something, because people are going to start fighting and hitting each other and stuff. So something like that makes sense, man. Absolutely. Andrew Graziosa says, will the ratings die with Rick? And that's one that we're going to have to see. But I'll say, after seeing the trailer, I'm just feeling like it was such a good trailer that, I think even if Rick leaves, helicopter, whatever, who knows, goes to find Morgan, whatever, something related to Maggie, maybe, Commonwealth, whatever the case may be, if he leaves and he's not killed off, then I think it'll still do okay if it's that way. If they do kill him off, it should get a huge spike around that time, and then we'll probably die down after that, is kind of what I'm predicting. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, because at this point I really feel like I have no idea what the hell they're doing. And it's kind of starting to tick me off, man, for sure. Rock Universe Gaming said, hey, Trev, have you heard about Norman Reedus turning down the $20 million offer? No, I haven't. So you got to tell me, cite it. Where's your sources? And because if you tell me that somebody turned down $20 million to do the same job they're doing now, just maybe a little bit more scenes, then I want to see sources from you. If somebody turned down 20 mil, I want to know, because it's like, give it to me, or give it to you guys. We'll all split it, right? There's only, 10,000 of us? We'll each get a little bit, right? I don't know. But it's like, no, I mean, that doesn't sound right. Would you turn down $20 million, Rock Universe, would you turn that down? He's kind of turning down the idea that Daryl is replacing Rick, and it's more of an ensemble show. So is it possible that he said, no, I'll just keep doing my contract as it is? I mean, I guess so, but there's also something in that as well, too, where sometimes people will turn down things like that because they think they don't deserve it, right? So that's one thing, too, right, is that they feel like, I don't deserve that. But, take the money, man. If you're gonna get that kind of, take the money. But I don't know. I haven't heard that myself. I mean, in what reality does that make sense? But who knows? People, Andrew Lincoln said that he's kind of out there and stuff. So I don't know. Tara Mama says, I think Rick is holding Maggie. Okay, this is a theory here. I think Rick is holding Maggie's head. That's the blood that's dripping down in front of him. That's why Enid is crying. Well, it could be Maggie who's opposite Enid in that scene that we went over yesterday in the breakdown video, because the shirt color is somewhat similar. Plus the bandana Maggie was wearing, Daryl ends up wearing. I think after that, Rick leaves with Michonne, Judith, and Maggie. Just a thought. So maybe he leaves, they do a movie, or they do another spin-off series of The Walking Dead. Maybe, something like that. I mean, maybe you don't have it exact, but something of the sort like that, where he can still have a relationship with the character, but this is his last season playing Rick in this show. And then he can take a break, and then he can do whatever it is after that. Who knows, man? I mean, either way, if they don't kill him off, it'll be cool, but it's just kind of frustrating, because it's like we all thought it was going to be killed off, and now it's like, what? It's just it's like a dumpster situation again. I'm kind of pissed off. It's like I didn't see that logical dumpster there. I just didn't see that. I was pretty certain I knew what the hell was happening here and that he was getting killed off. Now I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Lone Schazinger says, I think after Rick is dead, AMC will make a soft reboot like Fear the Walking Dead. Spoiling, Dead have said already after the episode of the death of Rick, there will be a huge time jump, something like 6 or 7 years. Well, who knows, man? Maybe it's true. Maybe there's a huge time jump. The original Walking Dead series becomes a different freaking series, like a soft reboot, and all those other characters, go into a new show or something. At this point, I have no idea what the hell's going on. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. So help me out with this one, guys. What the hell do you think is happening here? Leave a comment below. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. And if you're new, subscribe at the bottom left, share, favorite, and that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you again soon, probably tomorrow for another Walking Dead video. So this is Trev. I'm saying peace. Getting tired of this, man. Just tired of this.